Yes, sir.
What's goody, you know?
We here.
This is kind of raw. I haven't done this in a while,
Nice.
but welcome back, you know? It's
Yes.
another episode of Ignorant Genius
Yes,
featuring your boy Kylie Watson.
Legs that.
You feel me? And a rabbit just walked by the balcony window.
I saw that.
Yeah, so
from
that
my
threw me off a
periphery.
bit. I had to look up and see what it was.
But definitely, yo, we back, y'all. We back.
We back. What's going on with y'all, man?
How's it been? How you going?
I've been pretty good, man. I had
That's
to get a few things taken care of, but I'm glad we keeping consistent with this. You know, we got a consistent message we need to get out.
Hell yeah. But no, I'm glad you're doing good, bro. You know,
Appreciate
me, just
that. Same
working,
to you, right?
just
Exactly.
working. You know, playing
You
the
out
game.
working big
playing the
things.
5. You
Right.
already know. Come check me out. Twitch.
I still play here and there. You know,
I've been trying to get better at Warzone, but I suck.
I mean, you know, I think with Warzone, it's a lot of people. This is another topic for another day. But people have to accept sometimes that you are gonna get smoked. Okay,
Yeah, I get my ass bust.
It comes with the game. You're gonna get smoked. You're gonna get smoked until you get your speed up. Just like
I get frustrated and say, "Fuck this game."
just like basketball, just like any other sport, just like running on the treadmill. The treadmill is a certain speed. You got to jump on that bitch with the same speed that it's rolling. So,
But no, yeah, definitely, Kendrick dropped his album.
yeah, Kendrick dropped the dope album.
I was fucking hype, but that's not what we talking about.
I mean, yeah, I was hyped too. I was
hyped.
I don't mind giving a little bit of opinion on it, but you know, if you know that's not where we at, that's cool.
But nah, the album was dope. I liked it. He had this one track. I'm pretty sure you know Father Time.
Father Time.
Mm-hmm. And this track had me thinking.
Deep.
Yo, crazy. That's just what Kendrick did.
I was just listening to that. Before you even said something about it, I was listening to the track. I listened to it twice today.
And like, yo, I listened to this song. I had to really think, bro. And I thought about like, he says something he says one thing in the song. He talks about, we talk about women and their mother issues, but we never talk about men and their, I mean, not women and their mother, women and daddy issues.
Right.
But they never talk about men and daddy issues.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought, like, when I heard that, I was like, bro.
Yeah, I think it's not. I guess it's not talked about because I guess it's supposed to be obvious. It's supposed to be something that's obviously.
I don't think it's
everybody
obvious
knows.
though, but it is at the same time. I get what you're saying.
It's
But
supposed to be. I guess we're supposed to be. It's so known and it's a consistent issue throughout. I mean, when you think about movies, see, I think you wasn't ready for this. But when you think about movies, you look at a movie like I can name a movie right now, Ad Astra. You probably haven't seen it.
Probably not.
All right, it's a movie with what's the guy's name from Troy? I don't forgot his name just because we're talking.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. I don't know why I forgot. I'm sorry, Brad Pitt.
I know Troy.
right. So I don't know why I had that brain fart of his name. I guess it's because I haven't been smoking like that. But yeah. So Ad Astra is a movie about. Basically, it's just dad issues. His dad goes to space. He's gone for 30 years. Or whatever his name is, he becomes an astronaut and to be like his father. But when he gets the opportunity to go see where his father went and disappeared to, why he hasn't returned to Earth, you know he took it. So it's not just with minorities. It's with all men. All men sometimes suffer from dad issues. Just more prevalent in our culture.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, nah. That's crazy because, like, thinking about it, yeah. Like, you look at a lot of movies, right?
It's 'cause
and
of
you
dad
see,
issues.
or, like, yeah, like, you see, like, certain words based on true events. And, like, you see, like, the dude, the guy tried so hard. Like, with his father being there.
Right.
Like, tried so hard to please him.
Right.
Right? And it's crazy because, like, I will look at that and it's like, damn, I wish I was in that situation. But at the same time, it's like, damn, that's still an issue.
Still a fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's still a fucked up situation. And I do think that a lot of men do have, like, the daddy issues and people just don't be wanting to talk about it.
100%. And like I said, we're not gonna talk about just specifically movies for a long time, but we could have really brought it on that level because when you think about half of the movies out here, almost 80% of the movies out here, it's literally when it comes down to it, it's a dad issue, and it's because their dad wasn't there, or because their dad was there and was not great. They they had to strive to be better than what their dad said, or move because their dad wasn't there and try to become great without that person there. So me having my father, it's not to say anything different from, because I feel like people who suffer from dad issues and don't have their father, and people who suffer from dad issues and do have their father, and some people who don't know, it's all the same. It's all the same. Sometimes it can be worse because that presence is there. Yeah. But I was saying all that to say, like, clearly fatherhood is very highly impactful.
It is
on kids' lives.
It is. It's kids' lives, and even
Adults.
You as an adult.
Right.
Because I feel like if I did have my father there, like now, and that's why like a lot of people don't speak on it, but like I feel like I'll be, when it comes to like y'all know me in my relationships.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of that would be different. I feel like if my pops was able to show me to be a man, instead of me having to go out and figure it out and look at people who probably aren't fathers, but look at them in that type of way. Like, I felt like, he should have been there. Because, like, I'm your son. You're supposed to show your son, even if you're in the most fucked up situation, you're supposed to at least show your son how to get through life.
Right. I feel like, go ahead.
And I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned a lot of that from my mother. And, like, that comes to the daddy issue, because a lot of people would be like, I had this conversation the other day, and the girl was like, oh, that's weird about having daddy issues. Usually guys got mommy issues. I was like, no, guys don't have mommy issues. I was like, a lot of men might be mommy boys, mother boy, you know what I'm saying?
Mom's boys. Or
mama boy and
boys,
shit.
Whatever, yeah.
But that's not because they have issues. That's because the person, that's love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're showing their true, genuine love to
Sometimes
their mother.
It could be to a fault, but no, for sure.
Yeah, to a fault, because, but it's how it is.
Right.
And I'm like, men with daddy issues is different. I was like, you got a lot of men out here trying to be tougher than what they really are, because they feel like they have to do that, because their father wasn't there to be like, yo, these motherfuckers ain't doing shit for you. Why you trying to be Superman and super tough, like, when there's no need for it?
Right.
There's a time and a place for it.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of the youth now, and I won't even say youth because I'm not going to knock our generation, because I feel like our generation in men and comes to fatherhood, we stepped up tremendously compared to the generation before us.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You talk to a lot of people our age, they might not fuck with their father, or us as fathers now are there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, might not be with our kids' mother or whatever, or vice versa, or however it is. But I feel like as a generation, we learn how to be like, that's what it is.
Exactly.
But I'm not leaving my son or my daughter or whatever out there to struggle and not know what the fuck they're getting into when it comes to them being an adult in the real world when that time comes.
That's very important too.
And it's crazy. It's just me being a father now, and everything that I do for my son and seeing it is like, damn, I do got daddy issues. Like, I genuinely do wish that I could have sat down with my pops and played games with him and shit like that, and didn't happen.
I definitely did that with my pops, by the way.
But nah, that's what I'm saying. Like you get the different, like you said, it's a difference, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, certain times where it can be the same thing.
You get what I'm saying? Because like, sure. I can see like how you can look at it like, my father is there, but he's not showing me how to be a man.
Right.
So it's like, damn, that's a fucked up situation. Or like we said with the movies, you're trying so hard to impress that you just feel like you can't. Like, right. No matter what you do, it's not to the standards of your father.
Exactly.
And I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. And that's something I don't want my son to have to deal with either.
I got a lot of uncles. So with me, not only with and I think if my father wasn't there, I think my uncles would have, did as much as they could, but it wouldn't have been, for them, especially coming from from the world they come from, it wouldn't have been possible for them to not even my uncles. Like I love all my uncles now because of the support they showed me. You know, and
definitely.
Even though we don't talk as much as we should now.
Yeah,
The things that they said to me as a kid, like my Uncle Carl, certain things he said, I probably won't speak about them specifically, but they were great things for me. It was just at a traumatic time. And then my Uncle Chris, all the time, the knowledge that he gave me all the time was great. And then my Uncle Mark, like as far as basketball, really a lot of things too, but like even now I think about how the things that they do, I do them without. But when I go back and think in my mind, like, oh shit, I know why he did that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I used to ride around in my car with no music on, just driving. It was just my mental. I was in my bag thinking about certain things. My uncle used to make a joke like, "Don't play no music in the car," and I'd be like, "Why? This music is hard. I'm not trying to listen to this." But then one day I'm riding around, I'm like, "Damn." I'm thinking, I'm mentally preparing myself for what I'm about to do. You know, so. It just for it to come back full circle like that is it was
hell
beautiful.
Yeah, I do agree definitely, because I have my uncle, and I feel like if I didn't have him, it'd probably be different. But I had my uncle. It was my father's brother. That's what makes it even worse, I feel like, in my situation, because it's like that's your brother, your little brother, and he stepped up to the plate. Like, I will put my nieces and nephews under my wing. You know what I'm saying? To get them prepared.
Right.
You know?
I was going to be like that always with my nephews. It was no question.
Like, it's crazy to me. Like, when I think about it, he, like, did so much and taught me so much. And fucking, like, honestly, I tell you this. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have the work ethic that I have now.
Right.
Because my uncle was the first one to be like, oh, you old enough to work? Come on, you working with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Money.
Yeah, like, no bullshit and no, come on, I got you.
That's kind of like, I know with my nephews, for sure, I'm going to be that person for them because I didn't see anything terrible because my father, like I said, my father was there. It's just, once we got here, it was like, I was out on my own. You only have so many resources, your friends, different things like that you don't think about as an adult. But I started to realize, like, look, I am that person for a lot of, like, I'm that guidance for a lot of people. I'm that uncle for a lot of people, even though I'm just a friend or whatever the case may be. And just going back, like, just thinking about the things that I learned from other people, that's kind of what got me so far. Even my pops, the things I learned from him, I wouldn't be as far as I am, or just the way I am, But I think that father time really captured the moment of the thought process of a lot of men who don't have their father, and a lot of men who have father issues, because it's like we talked about, your father could be there and not know he's doing anything wrong, because sometimes it's just everybody thinks that I'm here, that's enough. Some people have that situation, and it's not enough, because if you're not consistently, you have to show somebody a consistent, like boys, a consistent drop. Why are you doing this like this? I don't got to keep telling you I'm doing this for you to stress you out or put all that pressure on your back. It's not about that. It's about you seeing, like, I'm going for my goals too. The way me getting to where I need to be is going to get you where you want to be, because it's going to change my energy, not change my energy, but make my energy even better. Yeah. And then not only that, I'm going to have the resources and the opportunity to put you where you need to be. And I don't want you to, I'm doing this because I also don't want you to have to do what I'm doing or what I did in my life. You still going to do some of the shit that you did, and everybody, as a boy, you're just going to do certain shit. But, the best thing you can do as a father is understand, be there and understand, and to continuously develop. I tried to act like there was just there's a lot of shit you got to do as a father. But
definitely. Now let me stop.
You never supposed to do. That's what we not supposed to do when we come back from the cut. Like, you're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to like we just what I'm saying. We supposed to come back with some smooth shit. All right, 3, 2, 1.
But I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, now I feel like a lot of the lyrics from both of those songs, they kind of tie in. I was talking about the song about his aunt and then Father Time. Both of those songs have like a a tone to him where it's like he's talking about what we need and then what people need to understand. And we need to understand that, like, fathers play a big impact, not just fathers, women, but mainly men. How we treat our kids, how our nephews, kids, whatever the case may be, how we treat them is very important, because the shit that they take in, well, I shouldn't say shit, but the information, that's the proper word, they take in is they take it in so fast, and like, they respect you. They look at you like you're a superhero, and you need to understand. Right. You got to create. I created a realism. At least
that father figure. Don't mean to cut you off. At least that father figure.
Right.
That you find. But a lot of that shit, it definitely gave me issues though. But that's why I say the song made me think, but it kind of made me like I said, put me back in like a mind state. Like, for instance,
mad.
I'm not even gonna say for instance, but really, basically, what happened. Like, I like baseball. I love baseball, right? But one of my reasons on not playing, or why I stopped playing, was because, like, all my older brothers, I got 3 older brothers, if y'all didn't know, but they played, like, my father was there until I was like 8. And then at 8, he was gone. And then, yeah.
No, that's not funny, bro. Niggas had a joke on TikTok where it was like, it was like fathers in the 70s. Yo, I'm about to go take out the trash and never come back.
Yo, for real. When they say, yo, your father went out for a pack of smokes and then come back.
Come back for 3 days.
Yo, like, fuck 3 days. That nigga ain't come back for like 4 years.
That's crazy.
He came back.
That's what happened for you?
And this is what happened. He came back when I was like 10. Him and my mom's got back together. Then we moved out to PA. He got a job at a camp and then dipped again to New York.
Oh, he was gangster. He was just out. I was a rolling stone.
Fucking, what you call it?
I don't mean to get you distracted. I'm just.
Oh, nah, you good. Like, but at that time when that happened, I lived with my aunt and uncle because I stood in New York to finish the school year off. And shit, because I didn't want to leave yet, and it was my last year. You know how up north is. You got elementary, middle, and then I was in my 5th grade year, so I was gonna graduate.
Junior high and shit.
You going to junior high, so it's like I get the little graduation at the end of the year and the prom. I didn't want to miss that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they let me stay in my aunt and uncle's because they live downstairs from us.
Right.
But yeah, so then that happened or whatnot. Then I moved to PA and all that shit. But I think the one thing that I guess I really felt the most, like I said, I love baseball, bro, but I stopped playing it because I didn't get to play with him. Like, my father coached the team, and all my brothers played on the Hawks. That was the name of the team, the Hawks.
Your dad's team.
And they had the old school Hawk head logo.
And it was your dad's team.
Yeah, my father's team. And all of my brothers played. I never got to play. I played baseball in the leagues, but I was younger. And it was like 8, 9, 10 my father coached. Exactly. It's my turn.
So you got a real issue with that guy. Like,
yeah.
It's like I really wanted to play on your team. Everybody else got to do it, but when it's my turn, why me?
And then it was then shit happens, with my mother and everything that happened in PA, whatever, which, I love her to death for all of it. But, shit happens. I wound up going to live with my aunt.
Can I ask you something?
What happened?
Because now you said something that really, it hit home with me. I don't know if you really realize, but that's those moments that fuck with you mentally forever.
Yeah.
And
I feel like a lot of my abandonment issues
is because of that,
and my relationship issues and shit, like with people and shit like that, is because of that. Because it's like I had so much expectation, and then it was just.
So as a man, could you relate to that?
Yeah.
Right now, you could relate to could you relate to a man having multiple kids and just leaving? You can't, right?
Like me, do that?
Could you
No.
Not that you would do that, but can you empathize with that? in your head.
No, I can't.
That's a big problem. And it's not it's not a thing that I'm saying like, oh, you need to fix that. I don't feel like that's something that, because I feel the same, and maybe that is a problem, because it's like, mentally as a man, knowing what men do, there's no way in my motherfucking life that I'm gonna up and chuck and leave.
Even if I'm not in love with my kid's mother anymore, like I'm not leaving my kids.
I'm
though.
not leaving.
Like I might not be here, but I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And that's my shit. I never coped
Did he go
with.
to jail?
No. He basically was fucking with some bitch that her nephew played on one of the baseball teams and wound up just being with her. He's still with her to this day. Like he literally left. She had kids and everything, left and raised her kids. And the reason why I know this is because after that shit happened with my mother, you know, we was kind of put into foster care. And again, my uncles stepped up. You get what I'm saying? Like, they got us out or whatever, and we wound up going. He's like, yo, I only got, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, he put me with my aunt and shit like that. Which I love my aunt to death. I love Titi Sonia. Even though we never call her Titi, we just call her Sonia, but she's that aunt.
That's what it is.
But, fucking, so shit like that happened. That's when it comes to having other father figures around that, yeah, they was there, but they wasn't there. But I can't say that too much about, he's my uncle, Chino, and my uncle Ruben. Because, like, Chino showed me how to survive on the streets. For someone that smoked crack,
that's what they gonna
for
do.
14 years.
They gonna know how to get.
Oh, no, he's sober now.
Live it up.
You feel me? He don't fuck with none of that shit now. You know, his
all
kids,
respects to the people who got their shit together
cause
too.
He older. He was at that age where, like, crack was like weed.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Even though weed and crack is two different fucking things. I'm not telling y'all to go smoke crack. It's two different things. But his day, as him growing up, crack just came out.
I can understand, but I can't understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, crack just came out. So
right,
it was
right,
like,
right.
oh.
Crack. But you know, when people say that,
it sounds crazy
we're not gonna
now.
get
Like,
into it, but when people say that, I just don't feel like that's anything that can be compared.
But like, there's a lot of shit that he also taught me in my life. But it's like, I look at it and it's like, damn, why couldn't my father teach me that? Like, why couldn't the man that I have his last name teach me that? It's so deep to the point where I tell my mother all the time. You might even see it when we play 2K. If you go look at my guy's name, it's never Cartagena. It's Hernandez. It's my mother's maiden name. It's my grandfather's last name from my mother's side. It's not Cartagena. I never put Cartagena. And people are like, why you do that? I was like, I put the bullshit and say, oh, because they don't say Cartagena. I do see that,
and I don't never really think about that.
Yeah, no, it's always Hernandez, bro. It's never Cartagena, bro.
Have I called you that by accident one time? Because I feel like I have.
You probably have, like back when we first started playing together and shit on PlayStation. But it's always been Hernandez. I never use Cartagena.
To say, you know, and thinking about, you know, just your story, like, bro, that's different.
So it's a lot of, well, I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, I definitely got daddy issues, bro. And when I listened to that shit by Kendrick, bro, that shit, I felt like it made me think about so much of that shit. And it's like, damn, it's like I never want to, I love my son too much.
I kind of feel like my dad was like Austin Powers. You know, you see the movie Austin Powers, you see how his dad was? You see how his dad was? Like,
I fucking hate you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like your dad was different, but mine was like Austin Powers' dad. Like,
he's like, I'm here, but you can't see me.
Like, I'm doing my thing, baby. Like, you know?
Fucking, oh, you're stupid, bro. Oh, fuck. But nah. But from all the other, you know, everybody else in my life that, you know, as a man, that showed me how to be a man and make it in this world, regardless of your social class or your situation you in, I love him, man. I give him the utmost respect, bro.
Like, and that's why I never, like, for real, with my pops, like, I could never disrespect my pops because he was always there.
And it's crazy, though, because I also think a lot of that helped me, but I still got issues with it when it comes to me being a father or relationships with, like, Nate's mother, because, like, at first, like, me and Jose didn't
kick it. You think it helped you?
Yeah, I think so sometimes, because, like, in that situation where, like, with Jose, like,
What helped you? Not your father not being there?
Like him not being there, but having like my uncles
Oh, to be there.
to be
Okay,
there
okay.
and show me shit that, like you said, your father was there, but it wasn't nothing that he was showing you. It was your uncles doing it.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. My father was showing me a lot of shit. My uncles was showing me a lot of shit. And the difference is, like, they also showed me shit that I didn't want. I didn't want to do. I wasn't with. Like, even now, like,
Yeah, no,
alcohol,
I agree with you. I
Right,
agree
right.
with
It's
you
certain
100%.
shit, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
my
But-
uncle says, yo, I'll give you a dime bag. Go steal the steel fucking fan out the school. Me and my cousin ran over there, hopped over the gate, grabbed that shit, came back, went, smoked the blunt. You think that was something he was supposed to teach us?
No, no. But my lessons were a bit different. Like, my lessons were like, oh, niggas is lit. I don't like this. I ain't doing this. You know. And I would never disrespect my family, because every single one of my uncles is great. My dad is great. You know, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, little shit that we did as kids, like, I could never, you know, disrespect them for the stuff, but it was just certain things, like, I didn't understand at the time, and, you know, now that I'm
But as
an
you
adult,
older, you like, damn, I wish I knew this at that time.
I would, you
I
know,
agree with you.
but it's also about, you know,
But that's where your father, you know,
we grew
like
up
for
we
instance, like
grew up
my
different.
father should have been there for situations like that. Like, why the fuck would you listen to him doing some dumb shit? Like hopping over the fence, stealing the fan out the fucking school parking lot or whatever, and, you know, for a bag of weed.
That's
You get
terrible,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
not bad. Right?
It's terrible, but it's not bad. But it's like you just get what I'm saying. Like, it's situations like me that I hear my son do that, I'm gonna slap him in the back of the head
right.
and be like, "You're not old enough yet.
That's the hard part.
Hit me up when you are."
The hard part with kids is, is like trying to figure out, like, this is the right thing, like, and teaching them, like, they should never even, that should never be a thought in their mind, you know, because you don't have to do that, you know. And it's hard to have people between wants and needs, you feel me? Like, I can think of my cousin, like, one of my cousins, he would never steal. He probably did one time in his life and realized, I don't need to do that shit, because the way his pops, his mom is, the way they are, like, he ain't never been, they not going for it, but it's not, they weren't gonna beat him up about his decisions. They would let him make decisions how he should.
I get what
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, he had a mature level of conversation from his parents, where it's just like, and his father, I ain't no need for me to do that. These niggas pay
But that's
me
what
for
I'm
taking
saying.
the trash
but,
out.
but
Like,
you get what I'm saying. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, not having that, my father there for that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying. And at that time, that should have been. I would say was one of the most pivotal parts of my life, because I was 10 to 13, 14 years old. My mother's not there because I'm gonna put it out there. She got locked up.
shit happens.
You feel me? The same shit when my brother or whatever, they got locked up. She wasn't there. We went to foster care. My uncles came. Boom, boom, boom. But my father should have been the man that was there. And the fucked up shit was, he lived 4 blocks away from my aunt.
That's
that I
terrible.
was there. And this is what I mean by, like, this is how I knew he was raising her kids and shit. Because me and my brother E, when he came out, right, we started going over there like once
That's
a week.
crazy.
And then same shit again, bro, because he knew we knew he was there. Next thing you know, we go there one week, me and my brother E, and they're like, "Oh nah, he dipped, he moved." Nigga, we didn't even know he was moving.
That's
He
like,
moved.
that's wild decision making as a father.
Like, so it's like shit like that. That's why I'm like, I could never do no shit like that.
That's why I asked you that question. I was like, can you, if you can't come to terms with the situation, and even, you know, as a man, like, knowing, like, I can understand to a certain extent, like, with, you know, certain stuff. Also, at the same time, it's like, from my perspective, with certain shit that happened in my life, in that situation, it's like I can't even understand. I wouldn't be able to come to terms with that. So it's like I understand the conflict for you, and that's why a lot of people have conflict, because you can't come to terms with the decision that was made. It's like, how did you make that decision?
Yeah.
Was it over love? Maybe if that's the only way. Like if love made you do that, it's like, and it's still not enough, because you don't love me enough to.
Because that love shouldn't overthrow the love of your kids.
For your kids.
Like you love her so much that
Right.
you was willing to say fuck your kids.
Your kids.
And the crazy shit was you raised one
A
of
whole
them to
nother.
damn near a grown man. You get what I'm saying? Like you left the last two that you had 6 kids with this person, right? And the 4 was able to at least be with you until they was like 13, 14. But the last 2 really don't remember shit. Like just crazy. This is what I'm saying. Like the one thing that I can remember vividly, clearly, we was going on a trip. I was at elementary school, bro. We was supposed to go on a trip. Right? He was, you remember elementary school, bro, when your parents are chaperone. You hype about that
My
shit.
parents never chaperoned.
But you get what I'm saying? But you always seen them, and because those kids got better shit because their parents is there, so they're going to get them what they want. You get what I'm saying? So you would look and be like, oh shit, their parents here chaperoning with the teacher. Oh, they get. So like I was hype. I was like, yeah, I'm about to get whatever I want. This motherfucker was like, oh, we not going to go. I don't feel good. Gave me a fucking roll of bubble tape.
What was bubble tape?
Remember the bubble gum that you roll out the thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember that shit vividly, bro. Nigga, oh man, I was so mad that day. That's what I'm saying. Like it was never. I don't think I ever got anything good. No good memories. And that's why I say to this day, the only thing that I'm glad about is he showed me the type of man not to be. But there's a lot of shit that I wish that he should have showed me.
Damn.
But now that I'm older, it's like maybe he wasn't the person to show me it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes.
And it's like, and that's why I brought up my Uncle Chino too, that smoked crack, because at first glance, it's like
he a fiend.
He should never, exactly, he a fiend. He should never be the person to show this person how to make it in this world.
Right.
But him and my Uncle Ruben were the 2 men that I was able to look at and go to and be like, yeah, they might have taught me some fucked up shit.
But
at the end of the day, they taught me how to be a man.
Right.
And how to stand on my own 2 feet in this world.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And like
and
that
not
shit.
do no shit like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And like, yeah, hey, I didn't have my father here or whatever, yeah, and I do got daddy issues because it boils down to my relationships now to where I just don't want one. And it's kind of fucked up, but all that shit boils down to that.
Because you don't want no build up. You
Yeah.
don't want no shit to run. What would it take for my mind to get to this point? You don't want to get to that point.
And I put myself in a situation where it was like, I don't want that. I'm going to make sure that I make this work. And I tried it and still didn't. So it's like, now it's like, it is what it is. Something happens, it happens. But I definitely do feel like I got daddy issues. And Kendrick Lamar's a bitch for putting that song out. But I definitely, let me finish. I definitely respect her for it because it definitely made me think about shit. And it made me actually like revisualize me as a man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's dope because for a long time I've been trying to find that. And it's crazy how you listen to music and that's the shit that makes you kind of sometimes be like, oh. But yeah, I definitely listened to that shit one too many times. And I feel like I could get through my shit. A little bit of therapy. We gonna get there.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It's definitely something that I wanted to talk on.
I feel you. And I like, it is deep. It's a lot of shit that, like you said, that it ain't no shit that you can cope with. But when you do cope with it and you understand, like, because not really cope with it, but come to terms with the same decisions that person made. I would never do that. It do make you a bigger person. It do make you a better person in some ways. Like a lot of that, I would never do that shit. I want my nephew.
Oh my God, that's what we saying now.
I want my nephew to feel like I would never do this. I would never do that. And I'd be like, cool. But my nephew also, what other things do I do with my nephew that to understand that he know, like, I still fuck with that nigga. I'ma never do that. You feel me? Like, you know,
For real.
So,
And y'all, I'm telling you, that's how it is now. I feel like that's how that shit is now.
but I was gonna say, I ain't mean to cut you off,
no,
but exposing kids less to that type of shit is hard, certain shit, but like when you can, you just avoid it, and that's in every way. That's like being there. That's just what it is. So.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. And that's one of the things. Like, that's why I said my uncle's told me what not to show. Look at that. That's Nate calling me right now. Yo.
Right.
That's Nate calling
Nate
me
dog.
right now. Yeah, watch. He gonna see. What's up, What's up? What you drinking?
Sound drunk.
Let me see.
They sound drunk.
What? That better be a. That better be a. That better not be what?
I said it too, like he was sipping a little margarita.
He got a virgin
He's an actor.
drink.
He's a little actor.
Oh, all right.
He need to
think
do
he's
some
slick.
acting for real.
He think he's. That's why I said.
You heard
think
how he
he's
said
funny.
that?
Daddy's doing his podcast right now, pa. Look, KY.
So you had your food. Tell him that you're about to eat. Show him what you're about to eat and tell him that you're about to later.
What?
Dad, guess what I'm about to eat?
What you about to eat, pa?
Guess what I'm about to eat?
What you about to eat? Is that a hippo or a rat? Is that chicken nuggets and French fries?
Yeah.
You at a restaurant and you got chicken nuggets and French fries,
Eating fancy.
Yes, I am at a restaurant.
and you got chicken nuggets and French fries.
You
You
hear
could
his
got
fancy talk?
anything else.
Okay. The restaurant is called Mestallito.
You at a Spanish restaurant and got chicken nuggets and French fries,
We're in a Mexican restaurant.
and you got chicken nuggets and French fries.
They talk English, but the food are Mexican.
Oh, okay. Okay, they talk English, but the food is Mexican. I got you, kid.
It's loud in here.
All right, pa. So I'll call me when you get home, okay? I like your shorts. They're cool.
Wait.
Speaking of kids.
Yeah. You know, you just expose them to the things that they need to be exposed to. That's the biggest part about that.
Like eating chicken nuggets and French fries at a Mexican restaurant.
He couldn't get no fucking tacos.
I don't that
His son need
man.
to be an actor though. That was a guess what I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, he think he funny, bro. He think he a comedian. He likes to like play jokes on people and shit.
on a chill level, he need to chill with my nephew Neo, cause they both are funny in like in different ways. But he'll teach my nephew how to be like Nate funny, cause Nate is hilarious. Like
Oh man, no, he's
he's sarcastically funny, and I'm like, yo, he could never make me mad though.
Yo,
He will always
man.
make me laugh. Everything he does just makes me laugh. Like, all right, bro, chill.
Oh
With
man,
the stale smile, you're like, all right, come on, man.
It was like speaking about like just little shit
He like you with
that you
sports,
do
though.
with your like your parents. Like the other day, he's like, "Daddy, I want to watch the new Ghostbusters Afterlife." I was like, "Oh, the new one with Paul Rudd." He's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Ant-Man." He's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, do you want to watch that?" He's like, "Yeah." So we sitting here watching the movie, right? He's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. We eating popcorn. We eating candy. We got juices and shit. You know, a little movie
Right,
night.
right.
Just me and him rocking. And I'm not gonna lie, got into the movie. Past few movies he picked, I've been into them.
Right.
I've been into them.
Right, this some hard kid movie.
So,
I ain't
for
gonna hold
real.
you, just how you in tears or some shit. You like, word?
So the scene
I'm
come
not
up.
crying. I'm just
Yo, for real.
some
I'm not,
sugar got in my eye from the
yo,
sour
he's
patch.
like,
I just
"Daddy,
ate."
you okay?" "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good."
They don't even understand what's going on.
Word.
I watch Minions. I'm like, damn, this is a great story.
Yo, for real, you crying because you just felt that shit.
Beautiful, beautiful.
But so we watching it. We get to the scene with the little marshmallow. You know, remember the Marshmallow Man from the original ones, the big marshmallow
Oh,
shit. So now it's the
man.
little ones in the thing. So we get to that scene or whatever. That scene go by. He gets up and walks off. I go, "Where you going?" He goes, "Oh, I just wanted to see the Marshmallow Man. That's all." I was like, you little asshole, you made me rent this goddamn movie so we could watch. We done ate the popcorn and the candy. You done got the fill, ate all the candy. Oh, he ate all the candy. Damn near all the popcorn. Got to watch your little scene and you walk off? Oh, man. It didn't get me mad. But it kind of got me mad. But at the same time, it's like, damn, I was there for that. And that was pretty cool.
Kids want to watch the same movie.
Yeah.
Kids see movies hella times and they don't really watch it. They just look at it from the corner of their eyes and see the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And they love the movie. And
But
then-
but that's what I'm saying. But it's my thing. Like when he get older, he could be like, yeah, me and Daddy watched this movie.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that he like. That
Right.
I'm sitting there watching.
Even though y'all niggas ain't watch, if you leave, then y'all not watching the movie anymore. But if he leave, it's like it's cool. He's gonna go play the PlayStation 5, but
That's what he did.
right.
He went upstairs and played the PS5. I was like, you little dickhead. And I finished watching the movie because I was already invested. I was 40, 50 minutes in. I'm already waiting for this movie.
The climax done came. It's here.
Exactly.
You
I'm
like,
invested.
all right.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to finish watching.
They reached a good climax. You're like, all right, where's the fall? And then
It was a great
How we
deal.
gonna
I'm not
finish
going to
this
lie,
movie?
bro. It was a good movie.
I believe you.
It was a good movie.
I
Like
watched Sonic again. I was
that
like,
whole remake with the females, that was shit. But this one, where it was like, all right, we're going to pay homage to original and then have them like pass it down to like a newer generation through like how they use one. Yeah, man, it was a beautiful movie. And that movie kind of touched me too.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I feel you.
It was like,
Sonic
damn.
2 was it really started hitting after a while. I watched
Sonic
it again. I
2
was
was
like, oh
dope.
damn, this is good. Me and my nephews watched that shit
Sonic
like
2 is
you
dope.
know I had it on my phone, so we watched it like 4 times. I'm like, oh shit. Sorry, I don't talk about that. I did that. But yeah, we be watching movies.
Yeah, Sonic 2 was dope. Me and
Crazy.
Nate watched it a few times already.
Yeah.
And
I'm
every
glad you put
time
me
we
on with
watch
that.
it, it's like the first time we watched it, me and like he didn't
I even loved the
expect. I
beginning.
think he was more excited than I was excited, and I knew the shit
Was gonna be fire?
that he knew
Right.
because that's the shit where he'd be like, "Oh, Daddy, this and this," and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know about Sonic had that character." Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you probably be seeing that shit, be like at Lex Online,
Like-
and that shit says Sonic Fighters.
My nephew told me earlier, he was like, yo, I forgot, it was the other day actually. He was like, such and such is gonna be in the next Sonic. And I'm like, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? I forgot who it was. It's an official character, but I forgot who it is.
I know who he's talking
Yeah,
about.
we'll say the name.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Shadow.
Because
He was
when
like,
me and
Shadow's gonna
Nate
be in the
seen
next
it,
movie.
because he was in the end credit scene,
Right.
and Nate seen it, bro, he went off. He's like, "Oh yeah, Shadow's coming!"
Shadow's
and I was
hard,
like,
though.
"Nate, you don't even know."
And I forgot
That's
about
my
Shadow.
era.
That was my favorite character too.
That's because that was our era.
Back in the day. Yep.
Sonic Adventures 2 is when
Yep.
Shadow was introduced. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
be playing that shit right now because I got the PlayStation now.
But yeah, I was like, it's crazy because like after we watched that movie, my nephew was just watching straight Sonic cartoons for 2 weeks straight. Like, oh, I'm like, damn, okay,
And they got a new Netflix Sonic cartoon
Yeah.
coming out.
it's gonna be crazy.
And they got a game.
But
Because
yeah,
they
nah.
put me onto some shit. It's a fucking open world Sonic game, bro.
But you know, they already did it on Dreamcast.
No, that was Sonic Adventure. It's nothing like that. It's for like
I felt like that was open world as hell. I don't give a fuck
it
what
was,
stuff
but that's what I'm
aside. That shit
saying.
was so fucking
But
hard,
no, that's
bro.
what I was telling people. I was like, yo, they haven't made a Sonic game like that in a long time.
Right. All the shit's
Since
been kind of
Sonic Adventures 1 and 2.
Right.
And 1 and 2 is when Shadow came in.
that. Was I had that.
So I was like, yo, if
Crazy.
they make this shit like an open world type shit, I was
I
like,
couldn't
that shit
believe
be
I was
dope.
playing some shit like that, yo. I can't
I had it
believe I
on
was
the
playing some
GameCube.
shit like that.
Not on the Dreamcast.
I'm a nigga. That's how you know I'm a nigga. I had a Dreamcast.
I had a Dreamcast too, but I had it on the GameCube though.
I never had a GameCube, so
For real,
yeah, no. My sister had a GameCube. Yeah, they really.
they were alright. That's how I was like, Super Smash Brothers Melee, shit like that. But I wasn't
That's when
like I said after like when I got older, Nintendo and shit wasn't my shit.
That's when systems was cheap as hell.
Hell yeah.
I think my Dreamcast cost like, I don't know, my dad, man, he might have had me a Sega Dream, Dream something else or something. Cause I think my shit was like $60. Or maybe my shit was older.
He said I had a
shit.
Sega Dream Genesis.
Right, it didn't matter when that shit came to me. Once
Nah,
you think
yeah.
about it, I was like, oh, I was lit. You feel me?
Not cause the Dreamcast was the last shit Sega put out though.
That shit was hard.
It was. They had, remember the little cartridges you could put in the remote that had like, you know,
The
little
games.
figures. Yeah.
But they was also just
Like
memory
memory
cards.
cards,
That's
yeah.
all they were. And you could put 2 of them thick ass shits in their paws. And guess how much they cost? $15.
You used to steal them shits out of fucking the Game Spots.
Yeah.
It was before GameStop was called GameStop. Damn, what was
EB
its name?
Games.
No, EB Games is different. GameStop bought EB Games.
EB
but they were
Games
two
and
different.
GameStops was 2 separate places, but they
Yeah,
was just,
but GameStop bought them, and then GameStop now is a piece of shit.
I don't even know where I was going to before that. They was all like just stores that had games in
Well,
it.
maybe in New York, the thing was called Funko Land.
Because you can get
The
shit
spot was called Funko Land. They
yeah,
sold a lot of
you
games.
can-
There was a game shop.
facts, but you can also get shit out of the, you know, you can go to the car shop to get some games at that time, like Sega games. You can walk down the street and just walk into the corner store and nigga got a Sega game taped to the fucking wall, like. Like, oh, let me get that.
Yeah, I hate you, bro.
Let me get that
I
NBA
hate you.
2K.
Yeah, we was all over today.
Memory
y'all.
cards and shit.
But
we
we
was.
got our point in.
Yeah, we did for sure.
We definitely did, and I loved it. Fucking ignorance. Y'all know we ain't going nowhere.
Ignorance is always gonna bless. You feel me?
Like, sub, put the noties on, because we definitely gonna start dropping a lot more content.
It's like, comment, subscribe if you want to make it smooth and sound like, you know.
I don't want to
everybody
make it smooth and sound like, oh, I'm on the mirror. I'm
Just in
just talking
case.
shit.
Because you said put the notes.
The
I'm like,
noties.
what's the
The
noties?
naughties.
The naughties?
Yeah, the naughties. The notifications.
Definitely hit the like button for sure for us if you're watching this.
Ding dong notifications. You know the little bell?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Someone drop, they can be like, oh, they got a message.
Right.
That's if they invested into YouTube like that. But y'all already know.
I just started subscribing into shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, so I definitely understand. But if you viewing it,
My son
definitely
taught me
watch it.
this subscribing shit.
I just started subscribing.
I'm over here like, why am I subscribed to shit that I don't even know what the fuck this is?
You gotta unsubscribe. He putting you on with
Bro, I gotta
unsubscribe.
unsubscribe to like 150 people.
Some things you just do need to unsubscribe to. Sometimes that's just what it is, cuz.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about no one and some Squid Games videos.
I'ma watch a few. I'ma watch a few.
But nah, yeah, we out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good
Well, I
one.
thought it'd do so.
Have a blessed.
Be easy, be safe, be blessed, be positive. You know, if that song, resonated, is that what it is? Resonated with y'all? Definitely.
Yeah, I gotta check it out, man. Cause a lot of men don't wanna admit it, but we got them issues. We got daddy issues. It's
we
not
all do.
only women. We
We all
got
do.
daddy issues. We
And-
just present them different.
Right. But the biggest concept to it, to close, like the biggest concept to dad issues is understanding as men, like, we not perfect. You got to think about how terrible some men are at the end of the day. Some of
Yeah.
them are great, some of them are.
Word,
You know,
my
you-
father a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. Nobody tell me.
Right,
Oh,
but
you gotta come into acceptance. Nah, he
But
can
you-
accept his dick.
That's true, but
Pause.
I feel what you're saying, but also at the same time, like, I don't know, bro. You're right. You just gotta accept that dick.
Alright, y'all, we out of here. Like, sub, notifucations.
Fuck my whole important message up,
Let's
man.
go.